I really do think that we're getting closer to the return of Jesus Christ because a lot of things are just getting worse and worse and worse. I've been an end time watchman on the wall since 2009. I've already went through two other YouTube channels and they got hacked and removed, and I'm on my third one now. Jesus woke me up in 2009, and that's when I started my Watchmen on the Walls videos and stuff like that. At the beginning, it wasn't as bad as it is right now, but what got me awake is the Illuminati and the New World Order and the one world government, one world religion, and all that stuff. And at that time, equality was really talked a lot about on YouTube. Well, I'm sure they still talk about equality stuff, but I don't go to their channels anymore. I stopped doing that, and I let them come to my channel because I noticed that when I would go to people's channels trying to, help them come to the Lord, they would remove my comments or they blocked me, and it wasn't working that way. So very rarely would I go to somebody else's channel and make any comments, but I did start in 2009, and my eyes were open, especially after Michael Jackson had died. I was curious what killed him, and that's kind of what got me started, because I wasn't before that, I wasn't living my life for Christ. I was living as a sinner, and I knew about God. I went to Christian school, I had a Christian, upbringing, and so I knew all about, Christ and stuff, but my life I wasn't including him in my life. So also I was married to my first husband, and he didn't like the idea of Jesus and church and stuff like that. So I tried to keep the peace because he would get mad if I even brought it up to him. So it was later after I had already left him, and now in 2009 I was just like searching what killed Michael Jackson. And when I was a little girl, I used to search the Bible a lot. I feel like I was being groomed for the end times when I was a little girl. I was really young, and I would sit there and read the Revelations and end time Bible prophecies. Really got my attention, and I would study it, and that's what I did a whole lot. And it was kind of interesting because it was like the Bible would come to life while I was reading it. And I wasn't a very good reader. I've never been a really good reader, and I started to put the puzzle pieces together whenever I was really young. Like, I knew what the Antichrist was. I knew the mark of the beast, 666, the world religion, all that government. I had put that together. I didn't know what they were going to call it. I didn't know they were going to call it the New World Order. I didn't have that information. But I knew from reading the Bible, what the concept was. So whenever I started researching Michael Jackson's death, it woke me up because I remembered what I had learned as a little girl. So as I researched Michael Jackson's death, and I noticed that it had ties with an Illuminati, I started to want to know what Illuminati was. So I went and researched that. And after I researched the Illuminati, I started to see that it was talking about a new world order, and in all of the puzzle pieces started to come together, and I was in shock to see that we were in the end times. And I wanted to immediately turn away from my sins, and I felt horrible. I started to think to myself, I wasted a lot of time, just living a selfish life. But I was going to live like most people. I'll repent whenever I get close to my deathbed, type thing. The way I was thinking, I was going to have fun while I was still young. But when I noticed that Michael Jackson had passed away and it had ties to the Illuminati, and I realized what that was, and it had a lot to do with the New World Order, everything just started to fall into place. And I saw it right in front of my face that it was happening in my lifetime. Because see, I was one of those people that thought I was not going to see the end times in my lifetime. It never dawned on me. I didn't know why I was so fascinated with end time prophecies and stuff when I was a kid. But I mean, but I do believe that God must have been, grooming me for this time of my life. But I was really interested, and I'm glad I was, because that's what got my attention, and I knew what I was supposed to do. I started praying. I turned away from my sin. In fact, I made a lot of people in my family kind of turn against me. Since I've been talking about the end times since 2009, and I was telling them about it since then, they've gotten to the point where they're numb to the idea that that Jesus is going to return. I think they think I cried wolf too many times, and now I kind of feel responsible for that, and I'm really sorry that I might have done that to my own family, because I would get excited when something would happen, and a few times I fell for the people that were putting false prophecies up, and they would give a date, and then I realized, I knew, I did know it wasn't something I didn't know. I know no one can know the day or the hour, but we can know that we're in that season if we're studying and researching the Bible. But I was hoping that the person knew what they were talking about. So I'd get really excited, and I would tell my family it's a possibility, but they said be aware, and I would tell them stuff like that, and of course I got their hopes up, and then they saw that nothing happened, and then after a while I guess I became a joke to them, and now they don't listen to me at all, and I had kind of got some really serious family issues that I can't really get into too much. Some people that are close to me, they know what my issues are, and I don't want to badmouth nobody. That's not what I'm about. I know if I did talk about it, it wouldn't be because I was trying to badmouth them, but it's so severe that if I bring it out in the open, that's how it would appear. So I can't talk about it, and I just know that a lot of people are becoming demon possessed, and what I think is going on is that they're not praying up to Jesus every night or every single day. Right now we're living in a time where there are a lot of demons loose in this world, and you have to keep your garments clean. And what that means is like a chalkboard. If you think of a chalkboard, when you have like people writing on that chalkboard all day, it gets kind of messy and got all this like scramble all over it, and and at the end of the day a teacher would go and wipe it clean for the next day. And so that's how I view keeping your garments clean, that because every day when we live our life we sin without us knowing that we sin, and it's good that we keep our walk clean with God, and keep make a clean slate every single time, pray and remove the filthy dirtiness, so that way it makes it harder for any kind of demon possession or any demon influence to come into your life. Now it's not, that doesn't mean that the demon spirits won't affect the people that are around you, and I figured that one out. Demon spirits can affect people that you live with, and I pray real hard for my family. I really hope and pray that my family makes it in the rapture, and if they don't make it in the rapture, I really pray that they'll make it, even after the rapture. I just wanted to share this with y'all, and I hope y'all have a beautiful day, and please keep praying for me, and I am praying for y'all too, and I love you, and God bless you.